Hi everyone, and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's all right today. It's Thursday, August 15th. Currently it is 70 degrees. High today is going to be 85. 5% chance of rain, and winds are at 3 miles per hour right now. I've been getting some little tomatoes. Some of them aren't growing big. They're just starting to turn. I don't know if that has anything to do with the weather or not, but you always have some that are smaller than the rest. There's a couple that are a little bit bigger up there. I got about 15 of them up there right now, but most of them are this big or a little bit smaller. I do have some bigger ones out there still growing. I hope they'll get bigger before they turn, but they're trickling in. I got plenty of peppers. Anytime I need peppers, I just go out there and get whatever I need. And we got a bunch frozen too. So we got a bunch of zucchini frozen for this winter. I was wanting to make some diced tomatoes and freeze them. We made salsa. We made a big batch of that, but I was hoping I'd have enough to make diced tomatoes, but I don't think I'm gonna. Okay, today I've got my infusion. I ended up going. I was supposed to go Wednesday. I was supposed to go to get my blood work and then my infusion Thursday, but I had a doctor's appointment, so we called him, or Joy called him and asked him if we could come on Tuesday and get my blood work. So I did that, and then I went to my doctor's appointment yesterday, and I didn't know it was supposed to just be like a regular visit, but I didn't know what he might do about this place on my arm here. I don't know if you can see now. It's got a bandage on it. He had planned on just taking it off, and it would have been a sizable area right there. And but what he decided to do is to take a biopsy of it and send it off and see whether it needs to be taken off or if it's nothing wrong, with it. So that's what he did. He numbed it. That kind of hurt. The shot to numb it kind of hurt. But once it got numb, all I felt was like pressure. They use this thing. It has like a little plastic handle on it, and it's got like a round, like a cylinder shape, but the end of it is like a razor blade. And I felt a little pressure. He said if I felt anything, he would numb it some more, but it wasn't that bad. I don't like looking at it when they do stuff like that though. But so they did that, and you're going to send it off and find out what's up, with it. And at least I also had him look like at my back. I've got some other moles, quite a few of them on my back, and my dad was the same way, very same way. And he checked it out for a while, and I don't think I'm going to have. He didn't seem very concerned about him, but he wanted to keep an eye on him. So I may not have to have. I'm just going to see what happens. If I have to go to a dermatologist if it happens to be something, and I have to go see a dermatologist, I'll show. He'll obviously probably check me all over. So we'll see how it goes, and then I'll have to end up doing another test that you've probably seen them on TV, that Cologuard thing. See if they do they can't do a colonoscopy on me. Since I have, the bag, they have to go through there. And let me tell you, I had that done one time to see if I was in remission for a surgery. I don't know if I ever want that done again. It was horrible. It hurt really bad. It messed it up. It was awful. I'd 100 times rather have a regular colonoscopy than the way they have to do mine. So that's the only thing. I hope I don't end up having to have that done too. But you have to do, once you get to a certain age, you have to start doing some, what do they call it, check things before they get to be a problem. Uh, preventive measures. So that's, I'm just going to have to go with it. Even if I don't like it, it doesn't matter, but we need to find out some things for sure. Okay. So today I'll have my, I usually make one, especially when they have it at the hospital, when they have my infusion at the hospital. I usually make one because I'm in a room by myself. Well, and the nurse comes in. But so I should have an infusion video today. If something happens and I didn't get one for some reason, I'll have another video come on. But okay, what are we having for dinner? We bought some. Hadn't come out yet, I guess. The haul from Grocery Outlet, and that's a big haul and a long video, but maybe you can watch it in half and half. I'm gonna see if I can split it, but I don't think I can do it with my editor on my phone. I think you have to either delete one part and then it leaves what I'm not for sure. I'll have to see if I can do that. I should have just stopped it and then made it two separate ones because it's pretty long. I like to explain things, about things, how you can get deals and this and that, and they're always easy to explain that you got something really cheap though from Grocery Outlet. So we bought some Nathan's. We've had them a long time ago, and they're really good. Nathan's pretzel dogs. They're kind of like a, what do you call it, a pig in a blanket, but a regular size hot dog, and but pretzel around it. And so they're great. And then we're going to have some onion rings with it. Something pretty easy. Okay, let's see what the jokes are like. Okay. A woman is getting lunch ready when the phone rings. This is the middle school calling about your son Johnny. He's been caught telling unbelievable lies. I'll say he has, the woman replies. I don't have a son. He's like made up a number or something like that from the call. Okay, that Johnny. As the pastor gave his pretty lengthy sermon, he noticed one of his parishioners dozing off. Guilty. I've been guilty of that before. After church, and as they were leaving, the pastor jokingly asked the dozer if he got a good rest during his sermon. The parishioner quickly responded, "Not really. Someone kept talking all the way through it." Oh, I've never had anything like that happen though. But I have, like, when you'll be like sitting there falling asleep, watching TV or anything, and you'll like just snort, or at least I have. Like that. That's what I did, and I remember one time in church I did that. Naturally, everybody looked at me. I was like, man, I would have taped my eyelids open to try to stay awake after that. Okay, the thought of the day is from Groucho Marx. Outside of a dog, a book is man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. Groucho Marx for you. He's always had off-the-wall stuff to say, really. Okay, I saw one that I thought would be good. Let's see, trivia time. Like classic mode. I have people challenge me on these all the time, but I don't do that. Because the next thing you know, you'll have a million of them. You'll have a million emails of people wanting to challenge you. That's what happened when I did it, something like that one time. Made the mistake of playing it one time, and then, man. Mrs. Robinson is a song by which American folk rock duo? The Wainwright Sisters, The Civil Wars, Simon and Garfunkel, The Lowest Pair. What? What in the world? What is there a group called the Civil Wars or something? Or the Lowest Pair? I never even heard of the Wainwright sisters. They're probably a real group or whatever. But those are pretty goofy ones. It's easy to tell that it's Simon and Garfunkel. Yes. Mrs. Robinson is a song by American folk rock duo Simon and Garfunkel from their fourth studio album. That's called Bookends in 1968. Wow. I was 7 years old? No, wait a minute. 9 years old. All You Need Is Love is a song by which of these bands? All you need is love, love, love is all you need. Dun. I remember that song. Bon Jovi, Queen, Aerosmith, Beatles. I just can't see Aerosmith singing that song. Steven Tyler would be just, screaming. Okay. It's the Beatles. All you need is love. All You Need Is Love is a song by the English rock band The Beatles. It was released in July 1967. In 1967, which band released the hit song Ruby Tuesday? Oh, man. Oh, gosh, I'm not for sure. Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles. I'm thinking I've heard this song before. I want to say, I could be wrong on this one, the Rolling Stones. Yeah. Ruby Tuesday is a song recorded by the Rolling Stones in 1966 and released in January of 1967. 3 right. What band recorded the 1968 song Everyday People? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of how that goes. Funkadelic Parliament. Man, that goes way back. The Turtles. Fleetwood Mac. Sly and the Family Stone. Man, if I'm trying to remember that, wow. This one's a hard one. I'm going with the Turtles. No, it's Sly and the Family Stone. I really didn't know that one. I can't pick, hear that song in my head or anything. So Sly and the Family Stone. I got one wrong. Everyday People is a 1968 song composed by Sly Stone and first recorded by his band Sly and the Family Stone. It was the first single by the band to go #1 in the Soul Singles Chart. So I think the way they act is they've had other ones do that song. Okay. What iconic singer released the hit Papa's Got a Brand New Bag in 1965? I had a jib jab, when I was doing the jib jab thing. I still got a lot in my playlist. If y'all like those jib jabs, I got a bunch in playlists of them, but I talked about their customer service was horrible, and they didn't even try to help me with my problem I had. So that's a whole nother story. So I think I had one about this song, or it had this song in it. So the choices are Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, Ray Charles, James Brown. Papa's got a brand new bag. I can just hear the song, it's James Brown. Yeah, I feel good. Papa's Got a Brand New Bag is a song written and recorded by James Brown. Released as a two-part single in 1965, it was Brown's first song to reach the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10, peaking at number 8, and was a number 1 R&B hit, topping the charts for 8 weeks. Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. I don't know what that is. It's a guitar that's doing that, you know, at the end of that. Oh, anyway. Which of these artists recorded My Way in 1969? I know this one. Maybe y'all do too. Marvin Gaye, Louis Armstrong, Frank Sinatra, Peter Gabriel. I did it my way. Something like that. Okay, got it yet? Frankie. My Way is a song popularized by Frank Sinatra in 1969 to the music of the French song Comme d'habitude. The English lyrics were written by Paul Anka and are unrelated to the original French song. 5 right and 1 wrong. Which of these is a song by the Byrds, first released in June 1965? Mary Jane, I Won't Back Down, I'll Feel a Whole Lot Better, The Great Wide Open. By the Byrds. I'll Feel a Whole Lot Better. I want to say Mary Jane. No, it's I'll Feel a Whole Lot Better. It figures. And the other 2 songs they had there, who were they by? Tom Petty. Had 2 songs by Tom Petty? I'm pretty sure. I'll Feel a Whole Lot Better is a song by the Los Angeles folk rock band The Byrds, first released in June 1965 on the B-side of the band's second single, All I Really Want to Do. Okay, that's enough. 7, I got 5 right, 2 wrong. Which band released the song God Only Knows in 1966? The Beach Boys, the Jackson 5, the Who, the Beatles. Oh my gosh, I remember those, you know, that God Only Knows. I think it was the Beach Boys. Yeah. God Only Knows was a Baroque pop hit for the Beach Boys. The song was part of a musical transition away from surfing music by adding psychedelic and more complicated musical forms to their music. Which iconic band recorded the 1965 hit California Dreamin'? Okay. Fleetwood Mac, the Mama and the Papas, Simon and Garfunkel, Jefferson Airplane. California Dreamin' on a winter's day. I think that's what it says. Something like, stopped into a church. We passed along the way. You know, I got down on my knees and began to pray. Yeah, I think that's it. The Mama and the Papas. Yeah. California Dream, that's a great song, is a song written by John Phillips and Michelle Phillips in 1963 and first recorded by Barry McGuire. The best known version is by the Mamas and the Papas. One more. Which Willie Nelson song was popularized by singer Patsy Cline in 1961? Whiskey River, On the Road Again, Me and Paul, Crazy. Oh man, I don't know if she sang that one or not. Patsy Cline. I don't think that's it. Okay, I got it, I think. Okay, so Whiskey River, Me and Paul, On the Road Again, Crazy. I think it's Crazy. Crazy. I'm crazy for you or something. Yeah. Crazy is a song written by Willie Nelson and popularized by country singer Patsy Cline in 1961. Nelson wrote the song while living in Houston, working for Pappy's Daily Label D Records. Okay, so it says he was also a DJ and performed in clubs. Okay, so I did pretty good. 8 today, 8 right and 2 wrong. I hope you did well, and I hope you enjoyed today's trivia time and morning coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day, and I should have a video of today's infusion. It might be a little later on coming out, but just see how things go. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day, and God bless.